Umain recommends. Access umain.uk.net. In this Umain Recommends we read a sample of the article, Disability, Work and Income, A British Perspective. This paper analyses the economic impact of becoming disabled for British working-age men. The data is from the first 8 waves, 1991-8, of the British Household Panel Survey. BHPS. Cross-sectional evidence shows that the income of disabled working-age men is substantially lower than non-disabled working-age men. However, analysis of longitudinal data indicates that the majority of this disadvantage is accounted for by the low economic status of the men who become disabled. These findings for British men are consistent with similar evidence for US and German men. A major cross-national difference is that becoming disabled is associated with a much greater outflow from employment for working-age men in Britain compared to the USA or Germany. Analysis of the economic well-being of disabled British people has mostly used cross-sectional data. These provide information about economic well-being at a point in time for a sample of individuals or information about trends using different samples of individuals. The same set of persons is not re-interviewed. It is not possible, however, to trace for each person the changes over time in income, employment, earnings, etc. that take place over the period from before the onset of disablement and some time afterwards. To do this, one requires genuine longitudinal data, as we have. The provision of labour market programmes and cash benefits for disabled people in Britain has developed along different lines from in other OECD countries such as Germany and the USA. Germany, for example, has a greater emphasis than Britain and the USA on rehabilitation and employment measures for disabled people. Institutional differences such as these are likely to feed through to important cross-national differences in the economic well-being of disabled people. This paper provides a new longitudinal perspective on the economic impact of a disability for working-age men in Britain. The results provide an important complement to the growing body of British evidence from recent cross-sectional surveys. Grundy et al., 1999, Meager et al., 1998. The longitudinal evidence for Britain indicates that the income of men who become disabled is on average considerably lower than the income of men without a disability and much closer to the income of men who are already disabled. Most men who become disabled are employed but with relatively low earnings. Becoming disabled is associated with a large reduction in employment. However, this does not feed through to a substantial reduction in income since the loss of earnings is offset by increases in private pensions and benefits, and a reduction in taxes. Did you like this recommendation? Hit the like button and read it in full by clicking on the link in this video description. All citations recommended here are solely for educational purposes. Our aim is to provide the community with access to the educational inclusive materials of excellency we come across. Yours included. If you hold the copyright of any video or article cited here, or you think they should not be available on our channel, please let us know and we'll remove them at your discretion.